Hello students, myself Shilpa Suryawanshi from Empower Tutorials. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I am going to take lesson Circle of 9th SSC. So we should start from properties of the chords. Now basically what is circle? Circle has center and it has radius. This is radius. Next is diameter. This is the basic. And last one is chord. Now we are going to study about this properties of these chords in this chapter. So let's move ahead with the theorem. First theorem of this chapter is the perpendicular drawn from the center. The perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle on its chord bisects that chord. Bisects means divides that chord into two equal parts. Okay, so you understood the theorem. Now we will start to solve. First, write the given things. What is given? That perpendicular is given, means OP is the perpendicular in this figure. So write it. Segment OP is perpendicular to chord AB, which is drawn from the center O of the circle to the chord AB. O is the center of the circle. This is what given. Now what to prove? We should prove that chord bisects that segment bisects the chord. OP bisects the chord, means AP is congruent to PP. Now construction. We should draw radii OA and OB. Radii. Now we will start with the proof. To prove this, we will consider two right angle triangle. Those are OPA and OPB. Accordingly, we will show that these both triangles are congruent. So, in right angle triangle OAP and OBP. Okay students, in this right angle triangle we have to find that AP is equal to PB, but what is given? That OA and OB are congruent. They are radius and hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. So hypotenuse OA is congruent to hypotenuse OB because they are radii of the circle. And we can see here OP is common. So segment OP is congruent to segment OP, that is common. Hence we proved here by hypotenuse test that these two triangles are congruent. So triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP by hypotenuse congruence test. Okay. If two triangles are congruent, means three sides are congruent. So remaining side is AP and PB. So they are congruent. By C S CT. Okay, and that's what we have to prove, that these two segments are congruent, and we have proved it. Have you understood? Now we shall move ahead with our second theorem. Now, second theorem is vice versa of the first theorem. That means in first theorem we showed that perpendicular bisects the chord. Now in this theorem we are going to see that the segment joining from the center, this segment joins from center, let it be O, to chord of that circle, it is joining here, is perpendicular to that chord. Means in short what we have to show, that it is right angle triangle or it makes 90-degree angle. Okay students, so first I will write the theorem. The segment joining the center of the circle and the midpoint, this is the midpoint of the chord, is perpendicular to that chord. So in first theorem what we saw, that this was the perpendicular and it bisects chord. In this theorem we are going to see vice versa, that is this line is perpendicular to chord or not. So before starting we should construct here radii OA and OB, and we will start with the given. To prove this theorem we will start with given. What is given here? That segment OP bisects chord AB of the circle with the center O. Isn't it? This is the center and this line is joining chord AB. Now what does that prove? That segment AP is congruent to segment PB. That is what we are given here. Now what we have to prove? That segment OP is perpendicular to chord AB. And as usual write the construction. Draw radii OA and OB. Okay, now we will start with the proof. Always start the proof by what is given. So now here two triangles are forming, triangle OPA and OPB. Considering these two triangles, we should show the congruent angles, side, whatever, and prove that these two triangles are congruent. Now segment in triangle OAP and triangle OBP, what is congruent? OA and OB, as they are radii. So write it. OA is congruent to segment OB because they are radii of the circle. Isn't it, guys? Now next, what is given? AP and PB are congruent. Segment AP is congruent to segment PB. It is given. And the third, OP is common in between these two triangles. So segment OP is congruent to segment OP, which is common in both triangles. So here we get three sides, they are congruent. So by SSS test, these two triangles are congruent. By SSS test. Now here, if we show that these two triangles are congruent, obviously their angles will be also congruent. So let us consider this angle. OPA and OPB are congruent. Okay. CACT. By CACT test, these two angles are congruent. Now can you see here that these two angles OPA and OPB are linear pair? So their addition will be obviously 180 degree. Now let us write that angle OPA plus angle OPB is 180 degree. Now here we have shown that these two angles are congruent. That's why we can replace this one angle by OPA. So their addition will be 180. That means let's do it here. Angle OPA 2 times angle OPA is 180 degree. So angle OPA is 180 divided by 2, that is angle OPA is 90 degree. And that's what we have to prove, that this angle is perpendicular means 90 degree, and we have shown. So final answer is what to prove? Segment OP is congruent to chord AB. That's it. We proved it. Understood, students? Now, if you understood, based on this theorem, we will solve our very first exercise of this lesson, that is 6.1 of textbook page number 79. Now let's write the problem, practice set number 6.1, that is on textbook page number 79. First example of that practice set number is distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle is 8 centimeter. Okay. Length of the chord AB is 12 centimeter. Chord AB is 12 centimeter. Okay. Now what we have to find here? Find the diameter of the circle. Now, according to the question, first draw the figure of circle. Let the center be O. Distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle is 8 centimeter. Let this chord be AB and this distance is given 8 centimeter, and the length of this chord AB, how much is it? 12 centimeter. Okay, students. So we should find the diameter of the circle. So what have we learned from previous theorem? That we should construct the radii first and consider only this one triangle. If you consider this triangle and radii, what is given here? This one side is given of this triangle. Let this be P. Chord is given 12 centimeter. So half of this chord will be AP, means 12 divided by 2. We will solve it. Given. What is given? OP is equal to 8 centimeter. And chord AB is equal to 12 centimeter. Yes. Now to prove, to find what we have to find here? Diameter. Okay. Now proof. Consider only this triangle. Okay. But before that, they have given the length of chord, but we want only AP. So we will find AP. OP is perpendicular to AB such that APB, P is the midpoint. So chord AB is equal to half, segment AP is equal to half of chord AB. Yes, that means AP is equal to half into 12 centimeter, which is 6 centimeter. So we got this AP 6 centimeter. Now it's easy to find the third side, because as we have learned from previous theorem that it is perpendicular, that means it is a right angle triangle. So here we can use Pythagoras theorem. So in right angle triangle, OAP by Pythagoras theorem OA square is equal to sum of the two sides, means hypotenuse square. OA square is equal to OP square plus AP square. We know OP 8, so square of that. AP is 6 centimeter, so square of the 6. So 8 square of 8 is 64 and square of 6 is 36, which is 100. Now it is the square of OA. So square root of OA is, and we got the OA is 10 centimeter. Now here we found the radius of the circle. This is the radius, and what we have told to find? That diameter. Now you know that radius is the double of diameter. So diameter is equal to 2 into radius, and we got radius 10 centimeter, right? So it's 2 tens are 20 centimeter. So diameter of our circle is 20 centimeters. That's it, student, for today. We have completed our one sum of that lesson based on those two theorems. So I hope you understood my theorems and that sum we solved. So this is for today. Thank you so much. Now I hope you liked my video. If you liked my video, please share, subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.